They call me Squirrel.
What's going on, Squirrel Squad? How we doing over here on Look Squirrel Down Under? This is I'm calling this Shaq Part 2. I got these Shaq clips. Hopefully you saw the first one I already put out. It's if none of these get blocked. You could be watching number 3 and be like, oh, the first 2 got blocked and whatever. Anyways, but hopefully you're seeing all 3. And this is Karl, Bust a Move, a Basketball Great Shaquille O'Neal, Today's Show, Australia. So since our comedic American giant basketball player, was over in Australia, I figured I would check out what he did when he was over there and share it with you folks. So here we go. Let's check out Karl busting a move on Shaq.
There are a select few.
Cue music. Oh, yeah. You might be wondering why we're playing Flashdance.
All will be revealed in a moment.
It will.
Because
In
you know
seconds.
what?
Zach, I don't know. He could be a national treasure. I'm sorry if he is, but he looks like he has either a horrible toupee or he's got that spray-on hair that clings to the really thin hair. I don't know. His hair just looks like a fake poof. It's almost like it's a fake beaver tail, and it's weird. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know why that just took me.
There are a few people in this world who can go by one name. You've got Bono, you got Oprah, you got Adele, and you got Shaq.
Or as the Love Shack, as I like to refer to him. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is one of the most successful basketball players of all time, but he's also a businessman, a DJ, and most surprisingly, I think, a terrific dancer for a bloke who's 7'1".
Huge. Oh, they cut the music out. Hopefully for good reason. What's going on here? Yeah, they just cut it out, I think. We're back. All right, his hair looks much better now. Under those lights, and it looks like he just dyed it brown earlier. That's what made it look so weird. But here, it's not as brown. I think he had just gotten a bad dye job. What is this?
20 years since you have been here. It's been a long time between dances.
It has.
Why is it taking you so long to come home?
Been working.
Yeah.
And I've always loved the Australian people. My favorite moment is facing Little Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was tough. Andrew Gaze, Luke Longley. So I've always had a special place in my heart for people in Australia.
Australia punches above its weight with basketball, don't we?
No, you guys are
players.
good. Yeah, no, you guys are really good. There's only 400 guys in the world that are in the NBA. So if you can represent your country and then come and play in the toughest sport in the world, that just tells me that you're one hell of a player.
The Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
I was looking at some footage of you yesterday and when you got drafted, and it was like...
I think it's easier to count the amount of buttons this guy actually has buttoned. Is this what you guys have over there on TV? You guys interviewing with shirts? This is just weird. This is just weird to me. We won't have anybody interviewing somebody with this many buttons undone. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about this guy. It's just what the fuck?
Do you miss those days? Or...
No, not at all. My father gave me an ultimatum.
Yeah.
The ultimatum was get your education, because if you fail out when you turn 18, you're joining the army. I didn't want to do that, so I had to shape up.
Geez, your life would have been a whole lot different.
I wouldn't be here right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, you would have been a big target.
Yeah, I would have. I would have.
You may not have got back there.
Yeah, I would have. A lot of people talk about rich and famous. I never wanted to be rich. I just wanted to buy my parents a house. Never had a house. They never had anything of their own. Like they would, do what most parents do, sacrifice for their kids. So the little money that they had to take care of me, 4 sisters and a brother. The only thing I wanted as a youngster was music equipment and basketball.
Yeah.
So I used to get a little box,
Look
little
at that
Sony
box.
Walkman.
Growing up with 4 sisters, what was that like? Were they the boss?
2 of them were tougher, and they taught me how to be tough.
Kids in Australia, if they look up to you, you've achieved everything. Is there one thing that you'd tell them?
Listen to your mommy and daddy.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the first thing. You got to listen. Second thing, I would say follow your dreams. And 3, whoever your favorite player is, steal everything that he's done. Steal it.
Who's your favorite?
Dr. J and Magic Johnson. Dr. J because he was smooth, and Magic Johnson because he had just had fun and he was smiling.
Best player you played against?
Probably Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan's the best ever. You know, I grew up watching karate.
So glad to hear you say that, Shaq. I love you and have so much respect for you, and I have so much more respect for you. Nothing irks me more than people who are like, LeBron is the best ever. Michael Jordan is so far beyond anybody. It's crazy. My personal opinion, but I love to hear someone who's on level with Michael Jordan say that. That's awesome.
Movies. So the basis of all karate movies that I watch, at some point, the young student must kill the master to become the master. So Mike's the master, and everybody knew in order to get to the finals, you got to go past Mike, and I was the last one to accomplish that.
Did you like that karate move?
I did. I liked it.
You a little scared?
No, not at all.
Won't you know I got a key about a 3 when I church, out of church, man.
The DJing, I know like DJ Fish is this Aussie guy.
He's the best.
Where does that come from? You used to listen to the Walkman, and now you're properly DJing.
I've been DJing since '87.
Yeah.
So I got away from it when I started doing my rap albums, but DJing in these big arenas gives me the same adrenaline feeling as being in the game.
Really?
Don't talk about your rap albums. They were bad. I'm glad you're back doing the DJing thing. I actually didn't know he was a DJ, but this is a refreshing thing to hear on the musical front as far as Shaq goes, because the rapping was not.
And it's similar to being a player.
Yeah.
Like, as a player, moms, dads, kids, they pay their money to see you put on a great show.
Yeah.
So I respect the fact that these hard-working kids, they put their money on the line to come see me. So I plan on going hard while I'm in Australia.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll be in the front row.
That's awesome.
I'll be the sweaty guy.
All right, deal.
Great to see you, my man.
Thank you, brother.
I'll be the sweaty guy with 5 gold chains and my shirt unbuttoned down to my fucking belly button.
That's the thing that he likes.
I like that.
Back to the bad
It
hair.
is unreal.
Look at that hair.
And, I mean,
Just enjoy it for a moment. Okay, back to the show.
how did you get him to do the dance?
Well, I didn't have to get him to do anything. He wanted to be part of that.
Oh, really?
It was a little, I don't want to dance with the Shaq. He's just a massive human being, 7'1", and then his hands are like.
Your tush looks so tiny.
It is. It's a tiny tush. It's a tiny tush with his big hands around it. It's just the best thing ever. He's gentle. Shaq is in Australia for an evening with Shaquille O'Neal, presented by the Hour Group. They do terrific work. The events have sold out, but tickets are available to watch via Main Event on Fox Sports and KO today, so get into it. He's a fun guy, and he's done everything. It was a pleasure to talk with him.
And that was a brilliant interview, by the way.
Yeah.
That was very, very fun. And very, listen to your mummy and daddy. Very good advice.
Much that bust that guy's ass. He was actually pretty good. Good interview, good at the end. It was nice to see with his shirt button on the fucking final piece. Anyways, that was Shaquille O'Neal. I did not know he was a DJ, so that was interesting. That was a great little interview, and it's cool. That's the thing about Shaq. He's such a nice, good, fun-loving guy, and he goes over to Australia, and what's he talking about? He's talking about how great it is that Australia had players that came over and were able to join the NBA, and he talks about I feel like there's definitely an aura of power to him, which he has every right to have, but there's also a great amount of humbleness and respect that comes out of that man at all times. So I hope you enjoy this little Shaq series that I'm doing here with Shaq in Australia, and we should have a third piece coming out, and I hope you enjoy that as well. I'll catch you guys soon. Be good. Squirrel out.